Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry, and as we get into tonight's video newsletter, probably a focus on monthly expiration, right? So the February doesn't stand out as much as, for sure the March will, but it is still a monthly expiration and carries some significance, some nuance with it. I want to share some of that with you here today. So one of the trades I'm going to be looking for tomorrow is there a play for Meta back into 700? Now, the prices that we're seeing in the extended session today on Thursday, I don't know if they're especially relevant, right? There's not too much for me to read into this being down a bit. And I gotta say too, you gotta be able to read the room, read the market a little bit. If we come into tomorrow and things are just totally melting down, well then don't try this idea. But if we're gonna trade with a little more of the nuance that can show up around expiration, is there a chance of getting back to 700? So be it, if you open at 700, I like to look at selling the straddle. And if you can sell it kind of right in the first couple of minutes of the day, and then price can be gravitational towards that strike, once you get through about an hour of the day, or even better, the European close, if you're still at that strike, then there's, maybe a couple of dollars that you've been able to take out of it. I have been working to incorporate these gamma readings and to try and help finding those pins. So this is showing us that the next largest expiration is going to be this Friday. So again, the Feb monthlies, that's kind of to be expected. But then those that will be more gravitational towards their key strikes are where they have a lot of that exposure that's set to expire in the monthlies. So you see that here in Meta and how that strike of importance is 700. So I just think we have reasons to look for a play back up into that. Again, if the market has no respect for the nuance of expiration, I would think it would be to the downside. That's to say that I think equities could sell off for that Friday. But if they don't, that's one to see that could be a little bit bouncy, and watch for a play into that strike. Now, the other one is NVIDIA, right? And NVIDIA is a play at 140. Hopefully, if nothing else, this is helpful for those of you that if you're not familiar with the options complex and say you're only working the idea of stock, well, you can look at this stuff and say, gosh, why is it so stuck at 140? And it's the same way of thinking, right? When we come over here and look at the key gamma strike, the call wall at 140, and then we see that 43% of that gamma complex is set to expire tomorrow. Market makers just have a vested interest in keeping price stuck to those strikes. So I think this one will be pretty close to 140 tomorrow. We went into the afternoon having been short the iron fly, which is basically like selling the straddle, but then buying some protection. And we can do that for tomorrow's expiration because it won't be affected by the earnings implied volatility. So those are a few thoughts, few trade ideas as we get into that February monthly expiration. I hope you find it a helpful addition to your trading, and we will see you in the room tomorrow.
Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.